This is the 50mm 1.8 lens from Canon that I've been using for the past 3 to 4 years. I made a video about it in the past, so if you want to check that out, I'll link it like right up here. The quality that you get out of this lens for the price, it is very good. There's no complaints there. But the question is, if you pay more for a more expensive lens than this one, will you get sharper and better images out of that lens? What if we test that out? Hold on. So I have the 50mm 1.2 lens here, and the question is, would this lens do better than this one? Before I show you the tests that I did, I'm gonna put these two lenses side by side so we can, see the overall specs of these two lenses. As you can see, the 50mm 1.2 lens is significantly bigger than the 1.8 lens. The 1.8 lens weighs 159 grams and the 1.2 lens weighs 580 grams. The minimal focus distance on the 1.8 is 0.35 meters and the minimal focus distance of the 1.2 is 0.45 meters. The 1.8, like I said, goes for $99 and the 1.2 lens goes for $1,299. Like, you pay exactly $1,200 more for the 1.2 lens. The 1.2 has a focal distance meter on the lens, whereas the 1.8 does not. So the purpose of this video is to find out if I should throw this lens away and invest in a lens that costs $1,200 more than this one. I have come up with a couple of categories to test these lenses in, and at the end of the video I'm gonna see if I should invest in this lens, or you can see if you should invest in this $1,299 lens. The first category is image quality, because if you want to take photos, you want to see if the image quality of this lens is better than this one. I have taken a couple of photos with both of these lenses using the same settings, and I'm gonna put these photos up right now, and I want you to guess which one was taken with the 1.8 lens and which one was taken with the 1.2 lens. I haven't done post-production on any of the photos that you have just seen. They came straight out of the camera and into the video. Personally, I couldn't see a lot of difference or any difference between the 1.2 and the 1.8 lens. If you want to know if you guessed right which photo came from which lens, I've put the answers in the comments, so go see if you had any of them right. When I shot a couple of photos at 1.2 with this lens and with this one at 1.8, there were definitely some difference. First off, I think the photos that I shot with the 1.8 lens were a tad sharper than the 1.2 ones. I know at 1.2 the images should be a little bit more blurry, but this is a $1,299 lens, so I expect that at 1.2 you can still get sharp images or sharper images than this lens at 1.8. The second thing that I've noticed is different between these two is the bokeh. The 1.2 lens has like a overall blurred bokeh, like the background is evenly blurred, and the 1.8 lens has like a lot of circular bokeh, so you can see that it's a little bit more swirly, and the 1.2 lens is a little bit more like smudgy, I can say. I don't know how to describe it, but you can definitely see a difference in bokeh between the 1.2 and the 1.8 lens. Personally, I think the 1.8 lens has a more beautiful bokeh than the 1.2 lens. I like the swirly effect more than the evenly smudgy effect. I don't know how to describe it, but I like the bokeh from the 1.8 lens more than the 1.2 lens. So image quality, I would say they both do good in that category, and bokeh I would lean more towards the 1.8. So image quality, both bokeh, 1.8, in my opinion. The second category is size, weight, and price. For me, the 1.8 wins in this category because it is cheaper, it is smaller, and it is the lightest. So if you want to carry a lot of lenses all day, I would choose to use the 1.8 because it's it's the lightest. The third category that I wanted to test these lenses in is the motor noise. A lot of us are filmmakers and photographers at the same time. So when we're looking to buy a lens, we're looking for a lens which we can use when taking photos and filming videos. I think it is important to find a lens which won't make a lot of noise when you're trying to focus on a subject. If you're using a shotgun mic to film your videos and you're in a very quiet environment, the last thing you want to hear is your lens focusing in your audio. So I try to record the amount of noise that both of these lenses make when trying to focus on a subject. First, I'm going to show you a video that I filmed with a 1.2 lens, and then I'm going to show you the video with the 1.8 lens, and I want you to hear the noise that both of these lenses make. You can hear both of these lenses making noise when focusing, but the noise coming from the 1.2 lens is less than 1.8. So in this category, the 1.2 lens takes the point. The next category is to see if both of these lenses can keep focus and how good they can do that. So I put both of these lenses up and I try to walk back and forth to see if the lenses can keep focus on my face. I've noticed that the 1.2 can do it better than 1.8. The 1.8, when I step forward, it loses focus a little bit and then it catches up again. The 1.2 loses it like a slight second, like a very minimal second, and then it picks it up again. So in this category, the 1.2 lens did it better than the 1.8 lens. I also wanted to see which one of these two lenses can pick up the focus again when you move out of the scene. I ducked down and then stood back up. From what I could see, I think it's a tie. So if you think the 1.2 lens is quicker than the 1.8 lens, let me know in the comments, but I'm gonna give both of them a point in this category. Last but not least, low light performance. I didn't get a chance to test both of these lenses out in this category, but seeing that this lens has a 1.2 aperture, it gives you one more stop of light than the 1.8 lens. So it should do better in low light situations. So when I look back at the results, the 1.8 did pretty well against the 1.2. If I have $1,299, I still wouldn't invest in the 1.2 lens. I mean, you just pay for the 1.2 aperture, but besides that, I don't think it's worth it. That's it, guys. I hope you had value from this video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like down here or a comment down below. Let me know if you would invest $1,299 on this lens or stick with this one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell. Follow me on my other social media. The links are in the description down here. It's your boy Lucas, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.